Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 27 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. We're here in the same turn, just come on down the path a little ways to attack Kroq-Gar as we noticed he was in March stance. It actually looks like they are using him as bait as there are two nearly full stacks on the left and right of us here in both of the two settlements. Just kind of, one of them's recruiting up, the other one's just sitting there and waiting for us. So we are going to move and crush Kroq-Gar. I'm actually going to give this one to the auto-resolve. I've been sitting here kind of debating, do we fight this one or not? This is a half-alive army of Kroq-Gar, and we've already claimed his defeat trait with Kevin. So we've already basically bested him once. So we'll go ahead and give this one to the auto-resolve, see how many casualties we take. It says low, I don't know that I trust it though. The dinosaurs usually give a good bit of damage out. Let's see. We have a proper battle coming right after this. 191 loss. Even the auto-resolve knew. We will go ahead and... I think we'll just go ahead and take the ransom. We gain a Trickster's Helm, stolen from Kroq-Gar, so he will not be using it against us anymore, which is awesome. And we're attack-minded, which is great. Perfect. You're lucky I didn't gain enough movement, otherwise I would have come on down here to attack Krantamen. That would have been an easy victory. What we should do instead is come on into an ambush stance. And we'll back up just a little bit. Make sure we're in friendly territory and doing some replenishing, either way. Come on into Kevin's skills here. And we can start working down the blue path further, or we can go for careful casting. I think we'll go for the drop to cooldown, and then after that, the drop to wins magic cost for all of our spells by 10%. Two very solid passive buffs.
Key.
For Gorduz himself, we'll go ahead and give you Deadly Onslaught. Allow you to fight in those duels with a bit more potency there. 60% more charge bonus drops that, or increases 50 by a good deal. My fast math is not there enough to know exactly the numbers, but I do know it's a sizable number there. Much better than the measly 20% you normally get. Let's hope his ambush is successful. I am actually going to keep spending our raw materials on the settlements that are over here. It's actually quite amusing. We've had Morgheim for a while. It's just been sitting here. No one has been able to claim Morgheim from us. Not rebellion after rebellion is kicked off too. We will go ahead and throw some more raw materials at the Crooked Fang Fort. As it gets more upgraded, the enemies around here are having an even harder time bringing it down. Plus this will increase the garrison there. The battle I was speaking of is Harrock. Looks like these guys are also trying to lure us out of the settlement. I think auto-resolve is going to give us a very, very, very easy win, but we are going to fight the one against Harrock Firehand.
So.
That way we take as low casualties as possible, with the Demon's Tongue and our artillery pieces being able to fully obliterate the enemy from afar there. Saltworks are very expensive, but I'd like to grab them. Across the board, we've got Gromrandash in a ambush stance trying to catch Miao Ying. We know she's back there just because of the Alliance menu. And then I've got Astrogoth here with a 100% ambush chance, just hanging out, waiting for Lukian here to waddle over to his death. The poor fool. Nothing else at Cracker-Drac we can grab? I mean, we can go for the Mega Mortar. It's always exciting to go for the nuke launcher. I don't think it would allow us to lob shots over into Hell Pit, though. So I shall pass. Otherwise, that would be great. We may just want to come over here, claim Prague quickly from... And none of these are going to be an easy fight. Which makes it a lot more fun. We're completely out of raw materials now, though. I do think we want to come on back down and grab the walls where we were, but let's first grab not Kevin, but Astrogoth, or Drazhoath. And try going out to crush Harrock. Who's nearby? Surely this is a... yeah. Here's Thorgrim, and here's Rugni. Just a bit of an ambush. Alright, close victory with low casualties. That is likely going to slay several of our lads. We're going to use Drazhoath and the other heroes very aggressively for this battle and let the artillery do their work. The Kadai as well need to be very aggressive. We can heal them up with our Demon Smith here, so we can use them a bit more abandoned than normal. Alright, most important targets being the artillery. We'll just fly over the top with our flyers and then have the RR Boom Squad drop warheads on top of the Quarrelers. Let's get to it. Okay. So, I mean, his cannons are going to get some shots in, but we'll see exactly how much damage they get. It'll depend on how fast I get them moved up. We will not be wasting any of our magic on the channeling of magic. I think it is still bugged and it doesn't actually do anything, so just never go for it. They do outrange our artillery pieces, so let's go ahead and set them up. We're really just going to use them to blast away at his Quarrelers and such. Go back just a little bit there so we can blast the guys as they come through the choke point. They should be back far enough the cannons can't go for them. If they can, so be it. We'll have to deal. You hang out in the center line there. Die Destroyer. We want you up on the side because I'm pretty sure the cannons will be going after Drazhoath and the others. I'm actually tempted to keep him on the ground for a moment, but I think they'll be able to hit him just fine. So we won't. Demon Smith Sorcerer, you actually give our artillery teams faster rate of fire, so we'll keep you by them for the start. And then as far as our actual infantry teams go, we're going to keep them back for the beginning of this battle here. Explosives in the center, and then the Blender Squad on the side there. Full Centaur Karuk. And then all of our guns. Lovely, lovely. Let's have the rifles on the side. Bring the shotguns up. We'll march them forward a bit more once we've got the enemy reeling a bit. I don't mind bringing the Doom Train over as fast as we can to try to start blasting at these bolt throwers. We do have to be wary, though. They'll likely throw all of everything we have at them. We also have our two speedy infantry rushing up the side flank here. Make sure you're in melee mode. That'd be just great. So this time we'll have all of the Dawizar in an infantry squad, the flanking team together, artillery, and then the big boys themselves. I want Drazhoath on the end. Everyone else doesn't really matter as much. Beautiful. Pull you back a little bit. I just want you being able to spiky cone of death right in the center here. Perfect. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and we'll leave you on fire at will to start. Bloop, that looks good. Alright then. We'll quit fidgeting and battle begin. That unit of Quarrelers needs to go. That one as well. And then Nuke Launcher, go ahead and, I mean, if you can deal with a group of these grudge throwers, I'm not going to complain. Let's switch you forward, Drazhoath with you as well, going up the side. Move, move. Destroyer, you go ahead and kind of hang out here. And then we need the Taruk up. Ether over the top. Drazhoath, just keep charging in. Go ahead and hit these cannons. Go down the Ash Storm as we go through. And then down with the Bloody Big Head. Go ahead and run over those Longbeards. You just keep going through. Kadai, we'll go ahead and summon these guys in as well. Stop those artillery teams. Doom Train, I think you can get shot at by too many, so let's go ahead and pull you one away. Pull away. You can drop the Doom of a shoot down to these guys. Stand there, blast some fire. We can drop Final Transmute on everyone as well. Fire has been blasted. Drop down the Final Transmutation. The sheer amount of carnage going down. What's your plan, little Dawi? I don't even need my infantry teams. Yes, launch fire at the fire demons. I'm sure that'll work. I don't even need my infantry. We can get him with the fire breath finally. A lot of guys there. We'll go ahead and take you off of fire at will. and give you some shots, give you some targets yourself. Go ahead and drop into combat here. Lovely, lovely. Got to stop them cold. Go ahead and give the armor of contempt down on these guys. We'll flashbang them as they get a bit closer. I'm not sure where we get the damage on our blunderbusses. They likely got hit by one of the artillery teams before we were able to stop them, so I'm ashamed. For the most part, though, we've got them full run off. You hunt down this master engineer that's causing us issues. That was lovely. That works out just fine. Drop down the Ash Storm here. No one should escape. And P6, you go ahead, hunt down this lord that's in our way. Those grenades are doing real good work. We're going to use the flashbang on you, good sir. Yeah, throw your explosives at Belial. He laughs at your damage. He's going to stand in this inferno and chuckle at you menacingly. Plague of Rust, this poor fool here. I'll pull you back a bit. Where's my gaze if I shoot? Deal with it. Deal with it. University Johnson. Oh yeah, the Runesmith went to go fight Drazhoath. While brave, incredibly stupid. Look how you shot our own Kadai with the nuke. Look how menacing he is, just slow walking after the engineer. You're not running fast enough, engineer. Well, it seems to have slowed down quite a bit. Get up, bud. Yes, Soul Slay. Perfect. We did catch them in a march dance, though, so we don't actually have to keep fighting. Let's go ahead and grab... Poor Bull Centaur, that did way more damage than he needed to. Squishier than expected. I'll catch y'all in a moment. Alright. 10 only lost in the battle there, and it's likely mostly going to either friendly fire or a single rock landing in the Granite Guard. They got to meet Granite up close, and they did not approve. Also, our Thoruk took way more damage than we needed to. I'm guessing he got caught in with the Giant Slayers, and that was a big old mistake. They took all the damage. Let's go ahead and... How much punishment? Not enough. We will take the ransom. Burlock Hammerfist was killed in battle, and so was Harok Firehand. How sad. We are going to go into the encampment stance, which will allow us to replenish. We can go into an ambush, which would be pretty funny. They have both no clue we're there, and then we could go hit Iron Rock. We don't do any replenishing, which keeps Krossox a bit at risk. We'll just have to make sure he's running around nicely. We'll go ahead and grab the Scarred Veteran, give him a bit more health. Belligurn. You've got your spells all sorted out, I think. Let's go for Always Ready, so you're launching that flare pistol a little bit more quickly. Reload on that thing is not fast. It does apply flammable, so I do understand why it's not. I don't think Lun can reach us, but we can definitely be attacked by Thorgrim, Rungi, Jarthra, and Durak if they all come on over at the same time. I'm thinking they'll probably go after Karak 8 Peaks, but we'll see, won't we? We'll save. Let's go ahead and throw some labor at the walls there. Won't upgrade to the Fane Barracks because I want to make sure we have the actual labor to go ahead and make sure it's maxed out right away. Evan is his ambush stance. Rigo Rakas will be our only place that actually has the bivouac camp again, so let's go ahead and throw that in for 870. It's pretty cheap. We need to crush the lizards fast and get back up to deal with some pit before the gobos are back into things. He'd rather eat a squig. I'd like to see you try, bud. Grab the extra gold. Don't have the raw materials for it. We'll grab gold in a moment. Alright. If you're wondering what the overall goals for this campaign are still going to be, I think we still have a ways to go. We're going to go for at least the long campaign victory. We've already secured the short campaign victory, which allowed us to grab those major relic missions, which we finished pretty quickly, and then it dropped to our workload requirement and work raw materials. Log campaign victory, we need to sack, raise, loot, or occupy 80 total settlements, which we are at 51. Hold Zarnagrund, and then destroy Karazakarak, Karak-Kadrin, and then Grimgor's Ardboys, which we are well on our way to do. But that's going to be the goal at the moment. We may continue afterwards because I do have a lot of fun with the Dawizar here, and I've been thrilled to pick this campaign back up after we had to end Zatan's through victory. Let's put the guardhouse back in here. Star Chad is about to have himself some magma cannons to help out with the rats. I think those are going to be an excellent pickup to deal with the ratty boys. Obviously, Dreadquakes are probably even better, but magma cannons are a bit cheaper. I want to go ahead and grab the artillery building over here as well, so Astrogoth can grab them. He doesn't have enough bull centaurs. We need to fix that. So let's go ahead and fix that up at Krakadrak. You guys throw it on in. They only cost 162 for the lava fields. Hopefully we should also have enough to increase our capacity at the Hellforge. No. I still think we're doing the right thing. Alright, see how many more of our heroes and lords need to be moved. We've got the ambush going on. Glumba, I think, can absolutely handle Karak-Kadrin at this point. Oh yes, a decisive victory. We lose no one. We'll take the win. Fighting that many giant slayers is always really not much fun. Okay, this time we'll go ahead and occupy the tower, but we'll do it at... I want to take it all the way up as high as I can. I'd like to get... You know what? Indecision. Get out of here. Karak-Kadrin, we need you at least up to tier 3. That'll work. Oh, we've got the ironworks in here already. That's not bad. Tier 4 is for the Defaced Shrine, which will hurt our diplomatic relations even further with dwarves, but give our Infernal Guard a death blow. We need more Infernal Guard ASAP. We shall first, though, go for the Prototype Mega Mortar, make sure Peak Pass is defended. And then I guess the Thane Guardhouse as well. Peak Pass is under our control, so we'll grab the Masterful Architects, and I think we'll wait till next turn to speed things up. Glumba can hold things down by himself, but this Karak-Kadrin, I think, quite badly. For your next skill, I think we want to start working on your soldiers, then we can go for the blue line afterwards. So you're mostly rolling with the laborers, with a few of Nagrun's finest. Glumba's got an interesting army here. It's been working out for him, but it's a very interesting one. Alright, well, we will go for the Black Shard Bulwark. Extra armor and extra melee attack for dwarves in the next level there. For his Castellan, let's go ahead and grab you, the... Always ready for the reload time. I'm not sure why we missed that. Hard to hit should not have gone first. And then Vragni. The Star Taker will give you your Arcane Conduit now, and then your secondary Castle in there. We'll grab that secondary boost to mobility, or that final boost to mobility there. Perfect. Karak-Kadrin is still the target of a Wa, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm not sure who's Wa, but when it glows green, that is exactly what that means. I think we'll also grab the Demon Smithy, even though it costs us even more armaments. More research rate just allows us to win faster. Nah, we'll keep things how they are. See if anyone else needs movement. You have the different heroes. I think I want to bring you down. Drakenhof is owned by the Wood Elves. Oh man. Rest in peace, the Von Karsteins. Brought down by a bunch of trees. And the free LC trees at that. Alright, awesome. Success. See if we can grab a few more of those under our belt. Zatan up in the north. I leave you enough gold to get any more soldiers. I keep forgetting that you're even up here. And that's who I was going to actually increase our amount of Infernal Guard we're allowed to have for. Same thing with the artillery. We are just going to overwhelm the Cathayan walls with artillery with Zatan. I think his campaign on Immortal Empires would be quite fun. You will either be challenging Archaon or Village. I don't think you can coexist with Village over here in the corner. I would have to run him over, for better or worse. Same thing I did with we would probably play the game very similarly to how we did with Kolek. All right, well, Zatan, I'm gonna keep you up here in the north, and actually we need a lot more goodies before we can grab some guys from Khorne. And same thing, we're still waiting on those goodies to be built. So we'll keep you here, and actually we'll throw you into a ambush dance. Pull back just a little bit further.
I serve only the
That way the only way she can reach you is in March. That way we can possibly catch her off foot. We'll see. They don't tend to like to come out beyond the walls unless they know they can win a battle. And there, steal some of technology from our own settlement. We know it well. Lovely. You didn't get out of there without wrecking everything, but we appreciate it. Now he hates the dwarves. This is the way. We'll move on through, skip the convoy dispatch for yet another turn, which makes me incredibly sad. It's at the turn.
Usdrekto erpetwen. Tagnol us bagruni sandalung.
Kugath is struggling hard here. He wants us to join his war against Goldtooth. Probably not, bud. You are going to have to deal with the ogres by yourself. That is a wave of Chungus. Prepare yourself, Kugath. Alright, Rungni tried to move through the underways, which we have intercepted, and I think we should fight this one as well. We need to crash our heroes into his gyrocopters, bring them down before they get too close. Make sure no one fights the Taruk. He needs to stay well away from the fighting. And then we can let our artillery pieces rain havoc. We do not have artillery, or I guess range advantage on the cannons or the grudge thrower. But that's fine, because we've got our lords and heroes and our different really, really potent beasties. Auto-resolve would do very horrible things to us. Let's get in there and fight it. Battle begin. Alright. Well, as we've learned, the enemy artillery is pretty much the bane of the Dawizar's existence. Your units are really, really low number count, high armor, and really compact, so they get exploded by enemy artillery. Let's set up our own. We can have this Iron Demon playing a bit of dodging maneuvers, evasive maneuvers the whole battle. Throw these magma cannons forward so they can actually fire on the enemy line there. Can't just yet. See if they choose to shoot at them. That could be a really bad beginning to the battle. We'll have Belial up front. He's a very small target. Taruk in the back. We'll bring you up if we really need you. Here with Lord. Have the Blunderbuss unit. Like pulling up this flank. We have the bit of hill we can kind of post up on as they move over towards us. Throw in the normal warriors as such, with the infernal immortals behind them. Artillery team, heroes, and then we'll keep you well away from everything. So let's make sure Belligern's up front, and then Drazhoath in front of him. Crossox, you stay in the back. Do no fighting. Nuke launcher, you can pretty much sit wherever you want. No one's gonna stop you. Make sure you can hit the enemy off the start of the battle there. We're good to go. All right. You guys be in melee mode. Excellent. Begin. Actually, let's go ahead and try to rip some shots into the artillery. I'm curious to see how well it duels with artillery. Ooh, nice complete waste of shot. Bolt throwers, let's go after the grudge thrower. Cannons are dangerous, but actually less so than the grudge throwers. You two, let's move up this flank here. Crash into those gyrocopters together. Lyle is holding his position well as well, too. Let's go ahead and bring you guys up. Throw those axes, those gyrocopters in the front. Move it on in. I'm gonna have these guys walk so they don't get into the fight before I really want them to. Let our artillery soften the enemy up for real. Get the onslaught, Graven Scepter. Go ahead and give these guys some more armor as they move on in. Tear off the gyrocopters almost immediately. I'll just fly over the top, try to do as much evasive maneuvers as possible. Well done there. Drop these organ guns, those are going to do a lot of damage. Land on them. We'll have the Kadai deal with the cannons. Actually, we can just drop them in here. I think that's going to be that. The nuke drops down, we'll throw down the final transmute. Perfect. These guys are moving up on Belial. And the Ravagers of a shoot there. Let's go ahead and just charge on in. Ooh, the spiky cone launchers hurt. Iron Demon, let's scoot over just a little bit there. Have everyone else start running into position. Stop them from doing anything fun. You go ahead and pull away quickly into these Thunderers. Shoots Ravagers are taking some damage. They actually recuperate pretty quickly. So I'm not as concerned as I normally would be. We'll Drazhoath into Ulthar's Raiders there. Very thankful for the barrier. It did a lot of blocking that for us. You blast them apart. You can go ahead and charge on into the side here. Shoots Ravagers, you guys pull away. They were close enough to our guns. Turns out no, they weren't. Bring the guns forward. Truthfully, we need no assistance from them. Drazhoath deal with this group there. Go ahead and drop down the Flames of Asgore in the middle of these 4 Thunderers who are about to meet Valaya very quickly. Just listen to the sounds of artillery. All of you work together to deal with the Lord. Took a bit of damage, but I think we got through there pretty well. We will reforge the big boy here in the center. I think the only thing still fighting is likely some Slayers. Where are said Slayers? They're not behind us in any way, are they? No. Quit firing on the same unit my Kadai are at. We're gonna try to deal with them as they flee. Great. Wonder who's still fighting? All of these Iron Drakes here. Well, no longer. They got eviscerated. Alright then. Yeah, well, no, we'll take the win. I'll catch you on a moment. Chase down these stragglers. Alright. Another incredible victory against our lesser cousins. Only 4 lost there, mostly because our infantry didn't even really need to get involved. We just exploded them from distance. Well done, lads. We will go ahead and I think we transport them on back. They're good workers, we already know. Alright, our turn once more, and yes, there are lots of lads forming up over here at Mount Silverspear. Hopefully they won't be able to be quite as elite as before. Oh, his ambush actually didn't work. Interesting. So they just tried to scoot underneath. Yeah, looks like they are going to come try to attack the weakened provinces while they can. Does tend to be how they work, can't lie. Slides moving on in, while Krikta recruits up more soldiers. But Mask of the Furnace. Demon-faced mask is the essence and agonies of all those who have perished before its snarling visage in the forge fires of sacrifice. Pretty cool. An Artificer, and Throg. Throg is single-handedly pushing back Wolfric. It's pretty impressive. He had like one province left, and now he's starting to turn the tide. Chaos Dwarf Warriors, it's a bit weak. Make do though. And there's so many Lizardmen armies. That's a squad full of cavalry. Gross. We do have the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Likely though, if we engage, these guys are just gonna turn and run, allowing everyone else to fight us all at the same time. I think we still have to try it though, otherwise they are able to run completely rampant in our territory, so we have to hunt down this Toad Priest here. What level is he? I want to make sure he does not come back. A waste of a whole priest for them. Oh, perfect. Yep, hunt him on down. Slide. Oh, he doesn't run. Good boy. Go ahead and give this one to the auto resolve. Hopefully it's not too unkind to us. Not bad, all things considered, I can't lie. Mostly our front line taking the beating. We will go ahead and actually allow them to replenish. Dealing with that Toad Priest. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and stay in our territory, but we're not going to switch into any other kind of stances. We need to gain that ground. Let's grab Careful Casting, making sure our magic is flinging on out as it should. And grab the second point into Fervent Fodder for a bit more melee defense for all of our laborers, of which we have many. And they've got 56 defense. Heck yeah, they're a tier 1 unit. Cornered Rat. What an awesome skill. I think instead of going over here, although what do you get? Slippery. If you're losing a battle, you become harder to hit. No, we'll just go ahead and make you more elusive. Up to 70 defense is pretty good.
Drazhoath the Ashen.
We'll pass these out as quick as we can. For Belial. No one really shoots at you.
Drazhoath.
We'll grab Always Ready, and then for Krussox, we will give him some more health. Try to increase that as fast as we can. He's up to 2,000. Look at him. Healing the old-fashioned way. Becoming more beefy. I love boosting income. Piercing shots are great. We'll finish off the passive, and then we'll start upgrading the damage so I don't keep having a sadness every time I look. Sundering damage is really all you need. We can pass that out to lots of different enemies. Come over here to deal with Krikta fast. Luckily, this is just a squad of crested skinks, so it's kind of like fighting a bunch of flagellants. They are immune to contact defense now, but I'm not too scared of them. Our Hobgoblin Cutthroats are horrifying, and they don't really have much armor. These guys aren't Cutthroats anymore. They are... Look, it's just a bunch of little mini Hulks running around. Crooked Fang Fort is honestly pretty safe. Yes, Lun is nearby.
Not likely.
On Thorgrim. And we've got the Dawi all over. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump on Thorgrim here while we can. Bit unfortunate we're still missing the one unit, but we are rolling over the Dawi. What does he have with him? Nothing scary. He's just got a couple of heroes. Let's bring him down. Knuckle Breaker. Okay, that's a long ways away. You just ran, Thorgrim. Have we already given you the one for breaking the king? I think pretty sure we have. Oh, interesting. No, you don't. Just the Slayer King Slayer. Alright, Drazhoath. Let's get one more battle in here against Thorgrim. We may get attacked by Varagni, but we get a bit of extra movement after winning a battle, so as long as we actually are victorious here, I say we're good to go. Gonna give us a close victory. Thorgrim is no joke, and he is all kitted out. Ton of extra ward save and physical resistance he has. But we have all of the deadly units, and I don't think Thorgrim as dangerous as he is, can fight against a Kadai Destroyer. 932 armor piercing, with also flammable in flaming attacks, and magical. We're going to be ignoring all of his physical resistance. Let's get in there. I was going to say, oh, this looks like an awesome battle map. Yep. Let's set up the shotguns. We'll set 2 of the shotguns up in this choke point, and then have the other 2 come on around. We'll start deployment and annihilate us some Dawi. We definitely want to keep the Bull Centaur Taruk, like, what, over here in the woods? Stay well away from all the nonsense. Love you 2 in the center. Pulling in behind our shotguns. Although we may want the ones that can dig in. Let's grab you guys, pull you over, and we'll have the Granite Guard, who've already taken a little bit of damage, unfortunately, but they'll be fine. Granite Guard and the Gaze of Ashut flip their order there. A little bit more like that. Business. I don't want them to start right there, though, because otherwise we're going to get blasted at by those cannons. Let's have the Ravagers and all of our big scary units coming from the opposite side of our missile troops. Artillery teams can honestly take a pretty fun position up on the hill. I like that a lot. We'll have Belial defending them. And then the other Iron Demon as well. If they get too close, they're going to have a really bad day. Filled with Peppa. Nuke launcher as well. I was going to say, honestly, there's nothing the Destroyer can do, so we'll keep him off to the side. We'll have Belliger with them. I'm going to have you on the ground, actually, hiding behind the Destroyer. Or even the other Ravagers. Either way, just not getting yourself shot with a cannon right off the bat. Sounds great. Alright, so for the other Dwarf Warriors, these guys and the Immortals will keep you back, waiting for any kind of Dawi nonsense. These guys will be able to stop anything from coming across. Just don't want them to get hit by the enemy cannons and such. Alright then. Make sure everyone's all grouped up in the where they need to be, and we'll get this battle started. Sweet business. Alright, Belial, let's put you in guard mode so you don't run up too far, and I will actually push him as far forward as we can. That way the Brimstone guns try to go after him instead. Beautiful. Let's get this battle started. Go ahead and start eliminating the units in the middle there. Push you guys forward. Quickly. Run to the side. You guys in the woods. I'll let you go ahead and get up in the air, and then you guys just come on around. Drazhoath, you're pretty dangerous. You can pretty much just go straight down the middle. Mirror shield and everything, or all your extra barrier points, makes you really hard to bring down. Got behind here. Iron Demon, you were doing real great. Magma Cannons, keep picking apart those quarrels. And actually, you can kind of move forward and blast apart the next group of quarrelers as well. Or whatever you can really find. Those Longbeards work just fine. Alright, Drazhoath. There are the cannons. Go ahead and give them a hug. And then for when the miners do decide to surround him, like fools, they think we don't know what their plans are. Alright, Destroyer, you get in there and deal with those Iron Drakes. Those are Slayers, be careful. Go ahead and chuck the hammer or the axes at the Slayers. I think it's amusing. You need to go ahead and charge him down quickly. Let's go ahead and drop in the final transmutation for everyone going in on Drazhoath. Costs a lot of magic. I think we can afford it though. Once everyone's together, we'll give them all the Armor of Contempt at once. Lovely. Yeah, that poor gyro bomber got destroyed. Alright, move forward, everyone. Shotguns you as well. Doom Train forward, give you the old extra boost there. We will slow down this gyrocopter, if that's exactly what that does. I'm not sure if it slows them down or not. Like you boys just stand there and throw things at the Slayers, do nothing else. Some slow-mo shots of our Kadai doing work. They are armor piercing, so... I mean, I was going to say wasting a bit, but even miners are pretty heavily armored, so yeah, now they should rip apart these poor innocent Dawi. As the Destroyer does his work, too. Slayers or no, it won't matter. Especially... Oh, he's getting destroyed. Hang on now. I lied. This is a lie. Go ahead and pull on away. Drop in some Kadai to act as a distraction. And nuke the troops as well. We definitely don't want to lose our Destroyer here. Didn't realize he was getting whooped so hard. Pulling away with your Knight Infinite mass there. Yeah, we're going to ignore that. Come on back through. Start dealing with some of these other infantry teams. Deal with those gyrocopters up front. Yeah, go ahead and chase any of our men. I dare you. Let's fly over the top here and give some more melee defense. We'll have you come and jump on these cannons. Transmute of lead on everything in here. Gotta keep an eye on our troops. A bunch of damage has been taken. Drazhoath's getting shot at by this group of Troll Hammer torpedoes. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Taking a lot of damage, he is. Belial and the cannon teams did really good work. They're laying into these Slayers. Deal with that. Drazhoath, go ahead and... He should be winning. Keep chucking those axes at Thorgrim, yeah. Said he was losing his battle. Let's go ahead and give him some extra help then. Something we definitely don't want to see. Really nice shot. Let's go ahead and pull through with the extra speed. Alright, Thorgrim flees. High King, no more. Still a pretty tough fight, though. Come out of that only losing about 20. And none of our infantry actually got involved, which is pretty hilarious. Alright, beautiful. Only 10 lost, and I do think it's time for us to start trading out our frontline infantry for more line rifles. They are doing all of the work, and we really only need them and the artillery and the Kadai to mop up these battles for us. King of the Dwarves falls. We will go ahead and claim ourselves that we're labor for the mines. Then prepare for the next battle. Single-handedly kind of walking through here and clapping all of the Dwarven Lords. We have given ourselves the Grudge Killer, though. Close that book for him. We have given ourselves more research rate and construction costs decrease for all buildings in the local province, which I wish it was faction-wide, but that would be a bit greedy. Let's go into in-camp stance and then get some actual replenishment for the turn. Sounds lovely. Belial, you have earned yourself, I guess the final point, the Headdress of Zar. Enjoy your shiny new hat, bud.
Drazhoath.
Eligern will give you the Foe Seeker so you can move around faster.
Anu.
Both you and Drazhoath have been in some pretty harrowing situations. Let's give you a bit more armor. More survivable. The Lazany Fist Convoy. He has not been out in a while. We'll give you cargo capacity for when you are ready to go on out. So the one that we had that was left over from one of the other factions, just they upgraded the Convoy Overseer only. That's a bold strategy. They didn't have much money. Alright, well done, Drazhoath. Too bad it would take so many turns to recruit any of these guys here, and we can't get any of these not the soul cannons, but the skull cannons from Corrin just yet. I would happily snag one of those guys for what it's worth. I mean, rattling guns, they're not expensive. And they do have about the same range as our line rifles. They almost act as a similar unit now. They've got a lot more actual damage because they spin up. Rattling guns for Drazhoath? Let's do it. It's not what he's boosting, but Landmore's rattling guns it is. We're in enemy territory. We need backup. In the form of crazy rats. Alright, perfect. Well, with that victory over many armies of Karazakrak, I'm out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne, and I'll see you on the next one.